Hello, let's not play a bunch of New York Times games today because the union is on strike and has requested that we don't click through to the New York Times games. So, what I've done instead is I have picked out some nice alternatives to the games I normally play. Maybe you'll enjoy them. Maybe you'll add them to your list of games you play. They are all similar to the ones I play. So, um, maybe that interests you. I do get most of my views and income from the New York Times games. I don't know how long this strike will last. Hopefully, they're able to get to a nice resolution quickly for everyone's sakes. But in the meantime, I'll be playing these games, and if you could, check them out, I'd really appreciate it because I know normally most people just want to watch the New York Times games. So anyway, this is Conexo. It's very similar to Connections. And so let's give this a try. So I have played this before. It's the same deal as Connections. We're finding four groups of four, but there's a few differences that does make it distinct. First of all, there is no one away clue. So if you try a grouping and it's one away, it's not going to tell you. So that removes a bit of that logic and hint system. But as opposed to Connections, you can't lose unless you give up because there is no maximum number of misses. You just try to minimize your guesses. Additionally, philosophically, this game is a little bit different in that there's a lot more overlap in general. So maybe you'll enjoy that. It has a lot more of that logic of, well, there's 6 or 7 things that could go in this category, so I got to figure out how to untangle these. All right, let's go through the words. We've got classy, troop, college, cake, crew, dress, group, party, fancy, caucus, stylish, team, shower, ballot, band, and sharp. So I mean, I'm seeing. So the other thing is I can't highlight 4 of them. It just immediately tries to lock them in if I do that. But we've got ballot and caucus and party, which all are like voting related things. It is voting day. In the US at least. So ballot, caucus, party, it could be what would be our, I thought I saw something else. I'm not seeing another obvious voting word, so that might be a red herring. I'm seeing like a party, a group, a team, a troop. Caucus can mean that too. Let's hold off on that for a second. Let's see, sharp. Sharp is interesting. I wonder what sharp goes with. Sharp and fancy. When you're well dressed, you could be sharp. You can be fancy. Like you look good. I don't think dress counts as that. You look sharp. You look fancy. You look classy. You look stylish. Okay. Yep, that was green. All right, all dressed up. Nice. That didn't really help me with my groupings, but that's okay. So we've got team and crew and party. We've got band. We've got group. Like these are all really similar. So let's look at ones that aren't, like shower. So if you're getting ready to go somewhere, you're going to shower, you're going to dress, you're going to, like you dress up, you shower. Ooh, there's college here. That's interesting. Okay, I don't think it's getting ready in the morning stuff because there's only 2 of those. Ballot is interesting. Like, what would we do with ballot? I don't think there's a meaning of ballot that I'm not understanding. It could be a play on words, but I'm not sure what that would be. Ways of voting, ballot, and caucus. Okay, I'm not going to focus on that yet. How about shower? You got like your baby shower. You've got, I already focused on shower. I looked at dress. College. Okay, I may have to just try something here. Crew is a kind of shirt. You have a dress shirt, a crew shirt, party shirt. I don't think so. College shirt, maybe like a shirt that says your college name on it. I haven't heard of that used that way, but cake. So how about cake? Cake is really out there. What would that be? This is what I was talking about, where there's one category with a bunch of options. So you gotta think about the other categories first. You're gonna be chasing it for like 50 guesses. Crew, or sorry, cake. Cake can mean easy. Cake can mean like obviously the confection, the dessert. Cake is a band. What else would cake be? I'm not really seeing like how that fits with anything. So I think that's key. Is there like a fill in the blank with cake? Piece of cake. Cake. You can cake something on, like you slather it on, you cake it on. Or like something is accumulated, it's caked on. Hard to remove. I don't really see how any of that helps either. Okay, I'm gonna do troop, group, crew, and band because those feel the most similar to each other. It's just an organization of people. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that. That's all right. Well, I mean, I thought it might be, but I was very much expecting it to be wrong, and we don't get a one away. So, what about like ballot, caucus, party, and college or something? Ooh, that is it. Elections. Ah, like the electoral college. Ah, right. That's why college sounded like something that might be election related. So what's left for the groups? Troop, group, team, and band, and crew. It's not that. So let's see if it's with crew. Yeah, it is. Posse. Okay. Cake, dress, shower, band. See, I probably should have figured this one out first. But I can't think of it. It is the purple. It's gonna be a fill in the blank. Probably. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Let's find out. Wedding. Oh. Maybe I should have thought of that. Oh, I can't view the game. Oh, it's just scrolling down. Okay. Wedding cake, wedding dress, wedding band, wedding shower. Okay. That makes sense. A wedding shower. I've heard of a baby shower. Is there a wedding shower? I don't think I've heard of a wedding shower. All right. Well, let's we're going to continue to the plus word. Okay, so Plusword is the Telegraph, which is actually a British paper. So for those of you complaining about the New York Times Mini being very US-centric, well, these tend to be British-centric. So for the Brits out there, that's nice. But it's a combination of Wordle and the mini crossword. So we need to solve this crossword and then solve the Wordle. And you can use the Wordle clues to help you with the crossword as well. So let's get started here. I disabled the timer because the timer started as soon as I opened the page. And so it's been going for a long time. Anyway, blank and span, spotless, spick and span. So, oops. Now that we know this is green, that means this has to be an I as well. So maybe if we look at this down, poetic feet, I'm Abby, anagram. So it's an anagram of I'm Abby. So we already know where the I's go. So it's going to be iambi. Like iambic pentameter. Okay, let's do this across here. Small crown. I'm not sure. Like needs that have not been fulfilled. Unmet. So we know there's an E in the word, and we know it's not here. So it could be yellow here or here. Could be yellow here for sure. Okay, let's keep looking. City in the UAE. United Arab Emirates. There's basically one big city, but I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, I'll skip that. Sudden increase. Okay, let's look at the downs. Horses for breeding. This is a play on words. Maybe studs? It makes sense for the T being yellow. Small. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Heartthrob. Oh, Dubai. Now that I have the D, Dubai became obvious. So there's an I in the word as well. Oh, we knew that already. All right, heartthrob. I don't know that one. Sound of a wooden floorboard or bad back. Creak. What's this across? Sudden increase. Oh, a spike. And then this is a tiara. Small crown is a tiara. And then Katie Price, aka Jordan, IMB pin up. So we're not done yet. So heartthrob is a pin up. Yeah. So we're not done yet because we need to solve the Wordle. So we know this is I, we know this is C, we know this is T. We also know there's an E. So I think the word is edict. Ooh. One wrong letter. Is edict our answer and we just have a wrong letter somewhere else? Oh, is it evict? Oh, well, edict, was edict possible? Oh, edict was not possible because D was gray. Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't notice that. All right, cool. Well, now we're going to move on to cell tower. So there isn't something exactly like Strands that I play, at least, but I do really enjoy cell tower. It is still a word search, and you might actually like it better than Strands. It doesn't have a theme to it, but you make the words a little bit differently than your normal word search. You gotta kind of draw blobs, and the blobs are read from left to right, top to bottom. So this would be read as CHEFEHLS, which is obviously not a word. Additionally, every letter is used by a single word. So every letter has to be used by a word. And the words are between 4 and 8 letters long. Other than that, any word goes. And there's only one solution. So you got to be careful about just like locking in anything. You can only you should only lock in things if it looks like the stuff around it's going to work. In general, there is only one solution. So just because a word works doesn't mean it's correct. And it's not going to tell you unless you use hints. Now, this is interesting because we have a Q without a U, and I don't know what word would do that. Oh, actually, we can use a U. This Q can wrap all the way around to this U. That would mean that we would have to use this CHE to get across to it. Well, we don't have to. We have to use the C at least. No, we could do some. Yeah, we could do something like this actually, but we can't. If we do something like this, we'd have to come down with the S at least. I'm wondering if we do like chef and then QUE. We gotta have to use this S. We could come down to this H though, right? We could. I mean, this would technically work, right? Quesgi, QUESGEEH. But generally after QU, you are gonna need a vowel, and the only vowel available is this E. We have to bring in the S just because otherwise we don't connect to the Q, or we have to bring in this CHE. I think it's Czech spelled the British way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around Czech like this and make sure I have other words that I can make. Like this F in the corner here, it needs to be used by a word. Like feel. I'm gonna lock in Czech for now, and then we'll see if that ends up wrong. I think these M's are split up. So this M starts a word and it's going to come down to this A because it's not going to be MM at the start of a word. It can't go to the MF or MS. So we're doing MA and then these are different words. I'm seeing mark and merit. It could be marks though. So I'm not going to lock in mark yet, but I am going to mark in merit. And again, we don't know if this S is used by mark or not. If it was marks, this U used to do something. I see sugar. So I think we're going to do mark. I think we're going to do sugar. Okay. We have SH probably. What's this F doing though? Because we're not going FS. We could go fees. What's this G doing then? GI. Giving? No. Yeah, it could be giving. So if we do giving and we do fees, fees would isolate the L. Feel? We could do feel or feels. I like giving though. Let's lock in giving. We have another QU here. QU doesn't have to start with Q, but we do have quiet. Quiets is technically a word, but I don't know if it would be quiets. Feel or feel. Yeah, feel or feels would work. And that would mean we're doing, so since I don't know if it uses the S or not, I'm not going to lock it in yet. And we're doing SHO. What are we building out of SHO? Shod? Shod is a word, but shoal. I've got solid here, and it makes me think maybe I did something wrong up here. Ooh. I mean, it's possible it could have been checks. using this S here. That is, this blob would allow us to use that S. Let's actually keep building around here, and we'll work our way back up and see if that helps. We've got spec or specs. Where's a good place to build off of? This Q, it could be quiet or quiets. Let's say it was quiet. Looking at the bottom right is often helpful because you know that E ends a word. What are we doing ending with this E? I feel like GE is a good option. Even LGE would be great. But I'm not seeing a word. This B feels like it's got to start a word because I don't think we're doing SB. Baguette? No. That's not how you spell baguette. Quiet. If we did quiet, we have this LY ending. Seems nice. Or NNY. I need to figure out what's going on in this bottom row. Soft? LLE, LGE. There's not enough vowels here. This is a tough one. I haven't done cell tower in a while though, so I'm a little rusty. What about style? If we do style, what are we doing here? Ending in TGE. Doesn't seem right. Not enough vowels around here. I don't know what ends in TGE. I don't think we can do style for that reason. It looks so good too. Like, what would we do around it up here as well? The ending a word in C doesn't seem right. Okay. What ending in like LEGE? I don't like that. CLE? Ledge? I want a D for like ledge or something, but I don't have that. I see loft. Loft or soft. This OFT though, it like isolates. If I do loft, I could do style with it. Not really. Because it isolates this L. Still don't know what to do with this GE though. Is there an alternative to GE? If we don't do GE, then G is the end of another word. I don't see how that works. LG? Right, I gotta look somewhere else. Where can I look that might give me some words? Quiet, and then there's this ing here. I don't know what to do with that. I see diving. But that really messes up this R. What if we didn't do quiet? We did diving. Doesn't really help me. We know the Q is using the U, so that's kind of blocked off. So I don't like diving. This is tough. I might have made a mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hint. So when you hit the hint button, it appears after a certain amount of time where it's seeing you struggle. And when you use the hint button, if there's anything wrong, it removes all the wrong words. If there's not something wrong, it gives you a correct word. Okay, check and sugar were both removed. Okay. Huh. Well, those were wrong. Good to know. What are we doing with the QU then? We did chef or... No, I don't think we can do chef. What if it was checks? We could do fees. Feel? Or feels? We've got hold. So feel and hold. Sugar was wrong, surprisingly. What would this SI do? We could do feels, but then this I has to start a word, so I'm not sure that helps. We have no, I don't think SI works there, so I don't like hold. We've got solid, but then what's this H doing? We know mark, merit, and giving are correct. It might be that checks is wrong. I don't know what else to do with that Q, though. I kind of just have to wait for the next hint, but let's keep looking. All right, I just got another hint, so let's see if checks was wrong. Checks was correct, and it's saying scene is correct as well down here. So if we do quiet, scene does fit pretty well with that. So what are we doing over here then? This L has to do something. I think that means we're ending in ly. We kind of have to connect up to the N then. From there, there's some optionality. We could do NALY, or we could just end in NLY. So checks was correct, though. Makes me think we should do feel or feels. Surprise sugar is wrong. We could do holds. We could do feels and holds, but this I is messed up now. What are we doing with that I? What are we doing with this H? If it's not hold or holds, I don't know what it is. There's two ways to make holds as well. I like solid, but that this would be feel, which isn't a word. All right, I need another hint, I think. I'm gonna lock in feel without the S. Oh, but now I have to wait for a hint again. All right. And I'll lock in hold, and we'll know that some of these S's might go in feel or hold. I'm far from a perfect game anyway, so I don't think we're doing diving. What would this be? SIAY. This all has to link up. This just isn't a word, so I do think we'd have to do feels, but then the problem is IAY also doesn't help, or IY. So let's look around here, like LY, left, maybe? Style would really break things. What's going on with this LGE? Maybe left is wrong. Garbage? Let's see what garbage does here. Suspects. Oh, that's huge. Okay. What's this LY doing? Something's still wrong. I bet left is wrong. Nasty? But then this LY is... I don't know how this works. Is quiet wrong? Once the hint pops up, I'm definitely using it to see what's wrong here, but toll doesn't really help me. I just highlight all of this. Is there a word in here somewhere? No, I wonder if I needed to use this left. Okay, hint. Quiet, feel, and hold were removed. Okay, I'm not surprised about the feel and hold. Probably need S's at least. Quiet was wrong, though. Okay, so that might be why I was having issues. Diving seems to fit really well. So what if we did that? What's this Q doing in that case? Because the QU is going to block things off. We did feels and holds and diving. We end up with IYAR. No, IAYR. Something else is going on here. What about holiday? Feels and holiday. Ooh, that uses the Y. That's really nice. Holidays. Darn. Holidays. And then diving. The problem with diving, though, is like, if diving is used, right? I have to do RQU. Driving. And it wasn't quiet. It was quietly. That's what that LY is doing. Oh, and college here. And nasty. Okay. Finally got there. Oh, my path. Don't look at my path. All right. Yeah, been a while since I played Cell Tower. It's definitely a skill that you got to keep up. But yeah, this seemed pretty tough, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just because I'm rusty. All right, for our last game, instead of Wordle, I'm going to be playing Fibble. It works very similarly to Wordle, except each guess has a lie in it. I'm going to make sure hard mode is on here. Okay, turn on hard mode. So the way to think about it is it has an answer in mind, just like Wordle does. And it's going to color your guesses exactly like Wordle does, except then it's going to take one of the letters and change its color to one of the other two colors. So maybe instead of this R, this green R, it should have been yellow or gray. Or instead of this M, it should have been yellow or green. We don't know. All we know is in every guess, there's exactly one letter that is incorrect in its coloring. So we're guaranteed that. All right, so I like to assume that the positive information is correct because that gives us the ability to find contradictions, which helps us feel out the lies. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to guess forte, which would have the green R is correct, the yellow T is correct, but then this E should have been yellow if the answer was forte. All right, so what did we learn? Well, first of all, there's a contradiction between these R's, right? They can't both be true because otherwise this would have to be green and yellow in the same spot. That's not going to work. So because there's a lie between these R's, anything that agrees between merit and forte has to be true because they agree, they both have to be lying if it was false. So for example, we know that that there is no E in the word because both merit and forte say there's no E. We also know there is a T in the word because both merit and forte say there's a T, but this could still be a lie and it was supposed to be yellow. We just know it's not lying as gray, or this could have been lying and supposed to be. Well, this isn't lying as green because I doubt we're ending in TT, but in fact we'd have to end in RTT. So probably not that. Let's see if we can continue putting the RT like this. That would, we'd have to use an F somewhere. That's a problem because if this R is a lie, then we're RT and we have to put an F somewhere other than first because the F can't be lying. And I don't think we're doing FRT or RTF. So sorry, does FRT look like anything? No. So I think that this R, because one of these twos are, at least one of these two R's is lying. I think this R what isn't the lie. Well, sorry, this R must be lying. I don't know anything about this one. But if this R was telling the truth, this would be lying and we'd have RT with an F somewhere. So this R is lying, which means these are all true. It doesn't mean it's lying as yellow, though. It could be lying as gray, and we could have two lies in a row, and the R is supposed to be gray. But let's see if we can come up with an RT word, and we'll just omit the F. Again, we can't do that. Sorry, it's a lie. We'll do like FR and then a T. Like, I was going to say froth, but can't actually do froth because the O has to be gray in that case. Is there anything obvious? I could guess frats. It won't be the answer because it's plural, but it'll give us info. So let's just do that. Okay, what did we learn? Well, one of these T's is lying, and one of these F's is lying. Okay, this is what we call an X-wing. So notice how these F's disagree with each other. They can't both be true. These T's disagree with each other. They can't both be true. There's one lie in forte, and there's one lie in frats. We know that the F's use up one of the lies and the T's use up one of the lies. So that's both of our lies. That means the rest, that's not F or T, cannot be lying. And so now we know we do have an R second. The F can't be lying twice. So either it's a yellow F or a gray F. I'm thinking it's a yellow F because I'm thinking it's a gray F. If we have the yellow F and this was the lie, then we'd have to find somewhere else for the F. I guess we could do like TR something F, if that's a word, or we could end in F. But I think that's going to be tough. So I think more likely is that this is the lie and this is the lie. And so we end up with an R here, a T here, and then we just need new letters otherwise. Can't be A, E, I, O. So I guess it would be U, T something. UTH. Truth? We could be truth. We could repeat the T. And that was it. The answer was truth. Got truth in 4. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed these alternative to New York Times games. I think I might swap out some of them day to day, so you can check out some other different games that are similar to the New York Times games, but not New York Times. And as long as the strike lasts. So yeah, cool. And let me know how you did.